Good evening, everyone. My favorite time of the week because I get to see all your faces and hear your amazing stories using your amazing AO scan technology. That's our foundation, but we know that Solex has lots of other amazing things. It's just my heart's with the scanner because it empowers the individual on such a grand scale. I can't not talk about it. So we also want to make sure that we are not making any kind of claims. This is not a medical device. It is information technology because everything is about information. The more information you have, the more empowered you are to do more about your own health. So I've got the beautiful Marianne Note here helping me tonight, co-hosting with me. Marianne, tell everybody hello.
Well, hi everyone, and this is my favorite time of the week also, Sheila. And these stories inspire me, they inspire the guests, and we all get ideas on how to use this amazing technology. We're always learning more. And we also just want to say that, any comments made on this call are not intended to diagnose or prescribe. We really don't make any disease claims. It's just people's stories and their opinions. So thanks everyone for showing up.
Yes, we can't be here without you. So please share with us anything you have. I don't care how small you think it is. Some people have told me what they think is really small, and it's actually huge, and it turns on a light bulb for somebody else. Or maybe someone else is dealing with something like that, and they didn't think to use something the way that you did. So please share with us how you're using the technology or any other Solex product, and maybe some different experiences you've had with yourself, your family, your friends. You just pipe right on up, raise your hand, unmute yourself, whatever you'd like to do.
Hello, Dr. Sheila.
Hello, Shalou.
I just wanted to say just a quick, there's so many things that are happening, but my biggest win for this week was I have a dear friend that has MS. And when we were doing our Tuesday morning caring sharing circle, you could really see she was struggling with her MS. I've never seen her that worn out. And so because I had her in my system, I just started sending the frequencies for MS. And so for the hour or whatever that we were there, once I realized just how bad she was, so I just played it and then I had to move on as the day went on to everything else. Well, this afternoon, I got a call from her about a totally other thing. And then she goes, by the way, are you still running the MS thing on me? I said, well, I haven't had time today. Yesterday, I ran it for an hour, but I haven't had time today. She goes, well, I've never felt better. She literally was making tea for her husband. And she was like, wow, I just took the cup holding in my hand, walked down the stairs, gave it to him and came back up. And she goes, my legs feel great.
Oh my
And it was just that hour. So after that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it for another hour today. So I, on my drive over, just kept playing it for another hour and stuff, just to help her boost back up. Because she's a beautiful soul that works so hard, is involved in the community. And I can't bear to see her in that pain. So that was really, my biggest win. But then today, we have our Wednesday night freedom meeting, and a lady came in and she goes very casually, I have a tick. We tried to take it out and we got some of it, but the rest of it is in there. And I'm like, oh my God. So, thankfully someone had the tweezers and I tried to pull it out, but I'm just like, that's not enough. So I'm running as we speak, the tick and the line detox on her right now, because I just can't not do anything. But to be able to have that at your fingertips is what just makes me feel so good, to be able to help people that, it's one thing. I had another staff member that a few weeks ago had a tick on her and she was freaking out. Oh, so I couldn't believe how calm this woman was about it. Just, oh, it's still in there, and I'm like, no, we're not going to take any chances. So I'm so grateful to have this technology at our fingertips to be able to help people at a moment's notice.
Oh, thank you, Shalou. I love that because, how many times are we out in public and maybe we see something, or maybe we're at a relative's house or a friend's house, and we don't think when we're watching a situation, we don't think, oh my gosh, maybe I could give some kind of support with my scanner. It's right in your pocket. Get it out and see. It's not going to hurt anything. You could really make a big difference in somebody's life. But I'm guilty too. So that's why I love that we do this call every week, because it helps me remember to think about all of the things that I could have a positive effect. I mean, we've got so many negative things coming at us all the time that we can't control. Why don't we just be proactive and start sending something else out there?
That's
Thank
a
you
great
so
story. That's a great couple stories. Oh my God, Shalu, every week, I think she gets the prize. If I, I'm sorry, for now, Shalu gets the prize.
But
Like,
it is,
wow.
the prize is that you're able to help, and just the feeling that you get. I mean, there's not a bigger prize than that. You
much.
just feel so good that you can do something,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Immediately, and immediately too.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
Christina.
Yeah, so I've had a pretty roller coaster week just with a couple of new clients, and the thing is I don't know them personally. They're referrals through my brother. So firstly, my brother's doing really, really well. He's like the most compliant person I'm working with, which is
Oh,
really awesome because I mean, the more you do and follow, the more you benefit very quickly. So that's what I'm really appreciating about the software. And I think it's just helping people get over the idea that it doesn't have to be hard. Like we're so used to hard. I know how to do hard. I've done hard a lot, healthcare. But if you actually fully trust this thing, um, it just makes it's just incredibly easy. Like it's so much easier. And then you just sit back and enjoy the benefit, which I think is like for a lot of the individuals that I really attract, because I've been in the hard channel for so long, it's really that's the thing that I have to shift in the mindset for them and help them with. So with my brother, I've noticed just after probably 4 or 5 hours of running diabetes assist, he was noticing a difference in his insulin that night. And so
wow.
now I'm just running that like a good chunk of the day, and broadcasting, he's a little depleted with the minerals and stuff. So I'm figuring things out because he's extremely responsive and giving me the feedback. So I'm seeing the importance of the feedback loop really, really, really early on. Um, so that's really fantastic because now he's really not a supplement taker, but he really needs some stuff. And so I just put my order in for him. He just signed up just minutes before we signed up here tonight. So
Congratulations.
that's huge. And he's going to be using the red light therapy. But he had referred me to another man who's probably in his mid 50s, early 60s, who is literally a walking heart attack. And I didn't realize how serious his problem is. And so he's been rejecting all medical help on all levels because he's just got different traumas associated with that. And he does not want to be on drugs, but he's also in a very serious situation where over the weekend I've been broadcasting to him, but I didn't realize how, because he didn't tell me how serious his situation was. So he started having like numbness in his arm and hand, and his vision was starting to get affected. So I'm like, this is not good. Like I'm kind of concerned. So I had the opportunity to meet him very quickly because he was really not interested in going anywhere. He doesn't listen to anyone to go to the doctor. So I said, where are you? Can you meet me? I got him water, got him hydrated, and I put this on him. So I was with him for about an hour, and I knew my end game was I need to get this man to the emergency. Like I can't do
Yeah.
anything else right now. And so within the hour, the numbness left just to the elbow, to the hand within the hour, just with
Wow.
that device, right? I believe
Wow.
in this very much now. I'm wearing it all the time, but I don't have a heart problem, right? So you start to realize what this does when people have serious, serious problems. And so his son was with him, his adult son was with him, and I was like very concerned. And he's kind of overdoing it on natural things by himself, like rogue, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, look, I appreciate where you're coming from, but I'm really concerned. And if I were you, I would be going somewhere else. And I know you've got a trauma and a trigger with the hospital, but you're playing a gamble game right now. So he actually he's still in the hospital. Here we are 2 days trying to get tests. But I think the success of the scan is I was able to figure out how serious he got to experience that. And he's at least in someone's care because I don't want to be responsible for
Right.
misinforming. And I
Right.
think that's really key that people need to understand, we're able to get really important information, and it's not up to us. It's what you do with that information.
Yeah.
And then he's still asking me to broadcast at him, and I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I'm like, you know what? Let's just give it a break. Take a couple days off right now. You take care, and let's reconvene after you've spoken to your medical expert, and then let's see what we can do together, right? So that to me has been a good shakeup. I really needed that. And it's helped me appreciate just the comprehensiveness of using the software with other experts that really are medically trained. And sorry, it's long and rambling, but that was my experience. But his other friends actually have basically said they think I've saved his life because he refuses to go to the hospital. He would have had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And just he's like, I don't know how you convinced him to go, but I got him to go, and at least we all feel better that he's in a place where he can get help.
Yeah. Wow. Christina, you brought up so many powerful points here. I want to touch on these because this is really important. And this is what I say, even if I wasn't a doctor, I've saved my family thousands of dollars just being able to scan. If my mom calls me in the middle of the night and she's scared, an hour and a half away from me, I don't really want to get up and go drag her another hour to the hospital in the middle of the night because what's going to happen? First of all, how long are you going to be waiting in the ER? Then are they going to say, well, we don't know what's wrong with you. Everything's fine. Yeah. And now you've got a big bill and nobody slept. Well, what if you can be in your pajamas in your bed, run a scan, look and see, do we need to go get help? Because the scanner's going to give us enough information. We're going to know. Looks like we need to go get some help. Or we can try these things overnight because it doesn't look scary, and we can try these things and see what shakes out in the morning. Okay, take a look at it in the morning. Have we improved, or do we feel like we might need to go get help? And the fact that you were able to have a technology to scan him and tell him the things that you were seeing and verify he needed to go see somebody, he trusted you, and you probably did save his life. That is powerful. And for what, $149 a month?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's not.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, hon.
Sorry. And he's not really in yet. Like I literally just took him on as a first time scan
Yeah.
like 5 days ago, not even, right? So
Right.
it's been something.
Yeah, that's powerful. And, just to ease your fear, because I know it's a scary situation, we know we're looking at something that definitely needs some intervention. You can't hurt them running some support. There's lots
Yeah.
of cardiovascular support frequencies that can be very helpful. You cannot hurt him.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
so
thank you for that. I was actually running for, I think, maybe 2.5, 3 days. It was the Heart Plus. That's all I was sending him.
great. That's
And then he was
perfect.
listening, but you know what he was doing? Because he's real type A like me, right? Let's go for the gold, right? He's really intense. He was listening a lot to the audios, like probably 24/7. Like, I wonder if that actually has spurred the healing and it's put his body into like, let's do something. But he said, I've been listening nonstop to the audios. And I'm just
That's
like,
fantastic.
powerful.
The fact that he's resonating with that just, can you imagine if he had not and where he would be right now? Powerful. We are so empowered. Oh, thank you for helping him. That is just amazing.
Well, yeah, we'll see. He's in good care now, and then and he's keeping the dialogue to continue to work together. So I think
You
it's
might consider talking to him about Pulse
oh, absolutely. Yeah,
and maybe some of the other new things, but especially Pulse.
absolutely. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's amazing. Thank you, Christina. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It just lights me on
Wow.
fire.
That's
Dr.
why we
Sheila,
call it the wow
Wow.
testimonial, because you sit here and go, wow,
Every week.
every week, every week. Do we have
Oh,
can I
anybody
just
else?
add?
Anybody else have a story they'd like to share?
Yeah, can I just
Don't be
add to
shy.
that the fact of calling upon the medical system and whatnot? My daughter-in-law fell ill on the weekend, and we had to quickly go and get the two little ones and look after them all weekend long because she got some sort of bacterial infection. Whatever, I was running scans on that, but she got a really bad reaction to whatever medication they put her on, whether it was antibiotics or whatever it was. She was ill, sick to her stomach, just couldn't function with the grandbabies and whatnot. So as soon as we were able to take the kids off her hands, I just ran scans on her all day long on antibiotic, cold and flu. And she, by that night, she was functioning again. She wasn't ill. So even though you do need to call on the medical system, our scans can still help them ease with whatever they're going through at that time. And I do believe when you say you can't hurt, I just left it going. And I also did that for somebody else this past weekend where they had severe back pain. And she didn't realize that I was running scans on her. And the next day she calls, she says, I'm feeling a lot better. What are we doing this next week? And it's just making plans. I said, how's your back? She says, oh, yeah, my back feels great. Now, it's just, you and I'll be honest, I forgot that I was running these scans. Like the frequency is just constantly going out there. Like, oh, maybe I better go turn it off now. But yeah, it's just amazing that you're not out there to be the be all and end all and solve everybody's problems, but you sure can help them a lot.
Absolutely.
And that's the results I'm getting this past week. And regarding that infrared wristband, I love it. I love it. It really helped with my mom and my husband's cellulitis.
Oh,
Resolve that. So
wow.
Last little while, but I'm just thrilled that we can help. So, and long distance, because these people live way far away from me.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Kathy.
You're very welcome. Thank you both for keeping this up every Wednesday night. This is wonderful because I learned so much from everybody else too.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
can we all come together, right? Because
Yeah.
if Sheila and I were just sitting here alone, it would we'd be kind of bored. We could probably tell a few stories, but you guys have such diversity. And I mean, it's just that's the beauty of it is the diversity. And
Yeah.
something that's small, like Sheila was saying to you, is like quite epic for other people. And yeah, so that's fantastic. Any other stories? Do we have any other stories?
Can I just add one more thing? I met with a thermography nurse today. She does thermography. And as I started showing her all the things that I do in my clinic, because I was thinking of partnering with her, right? Because I used to do thermography, but I don't have it anymore. And since I've been using the AO scans, my brain's been saying, why would you need thermography? This tells you everything, but I didn't want to presume nothing. But anyway, as soon as I say AO scan, she goes, oh my God, those are great. She has it, but she's only using it for herself. She's not, doing, because thermography is her main job. So, okay. But before she left, she looked at me and she goes, really, everything the thermography tells you, the AO scan already tells you. And I was just like, yes, I knew that was it, but I just needed the con. And she verified it that whatever the thermography would show you, the AO scans show you. And that would be, for what people are paying for that, that could be like 3 weeks of scans and they would get so much more benefit.
Yeah.
So just know the powerful tool in your hand, people. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you for that reminder. That was awesome.
I have one about prosperity. Anybody want to know about prosperity?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of change it up a little bit. My nephew, he's working a gold mine up in the Yukon. And I mean, it's a big operation. They've been working all summer and they were just getting minimal amounts of gold. And so my sister said to me, do you think that the AO scan would help with prosperity? And I was like, absolutely. So I had her send me a picture of it's this great big, I'm not going to get into it, but anyways, a picture of this thing. And so I took the picture and I put it in the scan and I gave it its name and whatever. And I just called it Jeff's Gold Mine. And then, kept it really basic, whatever. And so started running scans. Guess what happened? They didn't find a bunch of gold, but they found huge amounts of jade.
Oh my goodness.
And so they like tons, like it's a lot. And so now they're loading up these trucks with all this jade and they're going to a specialist on an island, right? I can see the island from where I live.
Oh,
There's a special guy there and he's got a thing to cut open the jade and help them to grade it. But I mean, what isn't that amazing? I was just like, oh my
amazing.
goodness. So sometimes what you're looking for, I also am running scans on him all the time, and I think it gave them the capacity to actually shift gear and quit focusing just on gold and to be able to look and see what was really in front of him. Sometimes what we ask for, there's the higher our divine creator will give us something else. Be open to receive, right? So that's my prosperity. So run prosperity on yourself, on your home, on your kids, on your whatever, your businesses, on your restaurants, wherever you're at. It's amazing.
I'll tell you, Lauren actually has one of his groups is his family members, and that's something he runs for his family every day is prosperity.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that because I can tell you we get kind of focused on what we think is best, but I can tell you God knows even better than we do. And if we will just trust him,
Open.
oh
Yep.
my word, it's even better than we asked for.
I have this saying, I don't know, it's just, I'm sure you guys have heard different versions of it. And I just say, how can this be better? How can this be better? You know, because when you ask the question, then you're shown how it could be better. You can really play with that and keep things going.
Oh,
And
I
of
love
course,
that.
gratefulness plays a big role also. So a lot of gratitude,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Oh, gratitude is probably one of the most powerful frequencies.
Hmm. Yeah, and we have that frequency. We actually have that, right? In
We
the
do.
reach, right in there. It's gratitude's right in there. So we need to, I believe that we should all practice it, but it doesn't hurt to be broadcasting it to us and to others who maybe forget or they're not in that space yet. And
Yeah.
we can actually open their hearts up to maybe gratitude.
You know, that's perfect. That's really my brain here now, all the people I'm thinking about right now that we, like I said, there's so many negative things coming at us. There's so much stress. Time is moving at warp speed. We have way more to do than we should have ever even taken on in the first place. And we are not thinking. We're not getting in here. And we actually have an ability to help open that up to help us stop and be in the moment by using our scanner and our frequencies. Thanks for that reminder.
Well, we
And
have a few minutes left. Do we have another, short story or an idea? And it doesn't have to be
oh,
about the scan. It can be about the products. It can be about the wand. I mean,
Yes,
it
I
can
have
be.
a question. I don't see how you can use the scanner and not have stories. It's incredible. As we're speaking, I had an eye twitch. I decided to run eye strain, and the twitch stopped. It's been bothering me all day, but I thought, oh, how come I'm not doing something? But anyway,
Yay,
so
Mary.
okay. So I bought to sleep, and it seems like when I take it, I don't sleep very well. So I don't know how to use it. Could you tell me how to use it?
well, first of all, you've got to give your body some time to adjust because our sleep product is not just going to put you to sleep. It's not forcing emotion. What it's doing is it's preparing all the systems that need to be optimized so that you do sleep well. So
Okay.
if there's a disruption in those systems, it's going to take a little bit for them to balance out. So stay on the sleep. Don't judge it until at least 30. Actually, we say 90 days because
Okay.
your whole body's changing every 90 days. So you need to give it minimum of 30 days, but really 90 days to let it nourish all those systems that may have been out of whack for who knows how long.
Okay.
Does that
And
make sense?
how many squirts do you use?
Oh my goodness, I'm thinking it's
Grace.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Anybody else using sleep? I use it once in a while. I just don't think about it because my sleep is pretty darn good.
I use sleep,
How much are you using?
but I'm a hard case there. So I
Okay.
personally, and I think everybody finds their sweet spot, but I do
Yeah.
6. I do
Yeah.
6.
My
It's
husband uses it faithfully. Yeah.
and how much does he
And
use?
it's beautiful. Like I hear him sleeping more than just tossing and turning. Like he's getting a solid sleep now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And how
Yeah.
many sprays does he use, Kathy?
I think he's up to 5 or something. I don't know. He does his own thing, and all I know is with him it's working. Whereas I was taking the capsules of magnesium for leg cramps, so I have to switch over. But he says for him, he's a hard case, so he's seeing a lot of results with the sleep spray because we only just got the bottle as a promo in something, so we're just trying it out and it's working for him.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Just a
used
quick
it.
one. I just have to say this real quick. Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Sheila. But we're having incredible solar activity again. And it's knocking everybody for a loop, and people are not again recognizing that. I keep an eye on it. I check it every day. I think I'm going to just start posting in the WOW group. Okay, we had another solar maximum, whatever it is, and just keep everybody up on it, because you know a lot of times you're like, or you're feeling really nauseous. It's symptoms that we're getting from this highly charged plasma that's hitting the planet, and it's affecting us because we're all energy. So of course that is when the scan comes in really handy. I can see, I start to feel it, and I just start sending it out to my family, my kids at work. I don't even tell them. I just like send them out some stuff because it does work really great against some of the solar activity that's hitting us and affecting us. So,
Yes.
I'm
Thanks for
glad
that reminder.
I'm glad she said that because I was trying to make sense of it. I don't get sick very often, and I felt very weird all day today and yesterday and headachy. Like I
yes,
know headaches, but just this mild kind of achy, wake up
yeah.
out of it. No energy.
Yep,
Really
that was me
weird.
Monday.
And
Yeah, just
even emotions, because it'll knock the emotions out of you, because that's a denser energy, okay, a denser frequency. So I mean, it's off the charts. We're living in a time when we're seeing great change, and we are in a time of ascension. And you know, for those of you who are not sure of it, I mean, go check it out. And this is just my opinion, but we're all experiencing this together. And remember to be gentle with yourselves. Also, tons of water. People are not drinking enough water, Dr. Sheila, and I know we're out of time here, but you have to get your water up. Please put high quality salt in your water.
Oh,
If you don't like
yes.
salty water, just take a pinch, put it on your tongue, drink it back. But
Yep.
you guys have to be hydrated, or especially now with all this solar activity.
Yeah, and
And
running
the
your
sun.
scanner or your
Yeah.
wand or any of our technologies, your body is an electrical, it's like a power plant. The power plant cannot produce electricity without water. Your body can't produce electricity without water. I can't tell you how many people in my clinic that have come in with chronic fatigue, low energy, what and even pain, and just get them drinking water. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden now they've got energy, and now the pain's depleted because they're hydrating and the electrical currents are flowing, the energy's moving. So thank you for that reminder. That is vital. That is the foundation of everything, is you got to drink water just like you got to breathe oxygen. So we love you guys so much, and we are so grateful that you took time tonight to be with us and share these amazing stories and these reminders. And Marianne, head us into the Solex call.
Okay. First of all, I just want to tell Dr. Sheila how grateful I am, and I'm sure we all are, for her, and how she always puts us, you know, herself, you know, she's always there to serve us. And I just want you to remember to share this technology with other people, just like Dr. Sheila did with me and you with others. Just think about this. Make sure that you don't forget anybody. They all need to know that. Let's hop on Solex YouTube, and we're going to see the weekly updates from corporate, and it's Solex LLC. That's what you put in the YouTube search, and away we go. And
Yes.
let's see what's new.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
See you next week.
Bye.